What's up, gang? Case here with our at-home strength work for Wednesday, February 3rd. 4 rounds today, 12 3-point rows per side. So working those back muscles, working that pulling pattern, as well as 12 prone presses, that's down on your belly with those light weights. And then finishing out with a max effort, kind of max effort -1, so not going to total failure, strict handstand push-ups. On those 3-point rows, leg that's on the ground is extended out to the side just enough to keep your hips level. So bring it in if you feel like that hip is dropped, scoot it out if you feel like this outside hip is too high. This knee is right beneath our belly button on that object, hand out in front of the shoulder just a bit. We want to push into the bench and then as well as push that foot into the ground because we want a braced body position. From there, think proud chest. Try to keep your neck in line with the rest of your spine, reaching long in the bottom, but not rolling our shoulders. And then when we pull today, I want you to think about trying to contract through your lat, trying to contract through those back muscles. So squeeze those back muscles as you bring that elbow close to your side and as far behind you as you can. So we find that setup position, controlled pull, squeezing those back muscles, getting that elbow back behind, reaching long in the bottom, keeping that proud chest, neck in line. You go 12 on one side, rest 15, 20 seconds as you transition over to that other side. Then from there, rest 30 seconds or more. Bring it down to the ground for 12 prone press. Feet together, body long. It's just going to help you stay tight. From here, keeping our hands and elbows as high off the ground as we can, pulling elbows back and down tight. And then from there, reaching long, keeping that forehead down, hands high, elbows high throughout, working the backs of those shoulders, also working on that range of motion. After that, rest a little bit longer before those handstand push-up sets, and we'll move on to those here in just a moment. All right, gang, for our handstand push-ups today, 4 sets of max effort -1. These are strict, so no kipping today. So pushing yourself for another rep, ideally per set, compared to what we did last week. Don't go to complete failure, so I don't want you to see you fail any reps. But that last rep you finish on each set should be about the last rep that you can do. Focus points today, good hand position. So hands are shoulder width, fingertips facing forward, and then those fingertips should be about a foot away from the wall. Other piece we're going to work on today is when we come down, try not to come down right between your hands. As you break those arms at the top, your head and your back get a little bit closer to the wall so that when you're in that bottom position, you're in more of a tripod. Whenever we're working strength or skill with gymnastics movements, one of the ways that you progress is shooting for the higher technical version of that movement. So if we can do handstand push-ups on the wall, then the next progression would be able to do handstand push-ups off the wall, and you need to be able to find that tripod position in the bottom in order to do so. Always pause for a moment at the top on that first rep to make sure those toes are together, body's long, belly tight, and then from there, breaking that head back towards the wall. Be sure you can control all the way to the ground, and then also try not to break that core as you press to the top. Try to keep quads, butt, and belly tight so that body stays nice and long. You don't get any movement through that spine. If you can't get all the way down to the ground, you can go 1 or 2 ab mats to shorten that range of motion. Don't go any more than 2 because then you'll be shorting it a bit too much. And if we're not ready to go up on the wall today, we can do that pike push-up on the ground, still using those ab mats as a target, and then all those mechanics are still the same. Breaking down into that tripod position, elbows face the box. As we hit the top, chest comes back and through so that our ears are in line with our biceps. Lastly, if we're not able to get into that pike position and execute push-ups, let's work on getting upside down, building some shoulder strength and stability with either a back facing the wall handstand hold for 20 to 30 seconds each round, or a chest facing the wall handstand hold for 20 to 30 seconds each round. Be sure to rest at least a minute between your pull-ups and your handstand push-ups today, or your other strength work if you're using those dumbbells. That's going to be it for our strength work. Good luck on that, and we'll see you back soon for our Metcon. On your 3-point rows today, pick a weight that's going to be difficult for 12 reps. So we're moving up compared to our reps per set from last week. So try to use at least the same load. If you can go a little bit heavier, go for that. That 12th rep should be about the last rep you can do. This is our last week for this strength progression. So we'll be moving to a new pulling motion starting next week. Keeping the same weight throughout on all 4 sets as well. And then on those handstand push-ups, taking a bigger rest before those as well as a bigger rest after those. That's a big compound movement, and we want to give our shoulders some time to recover before we get back into those pulling movements. Also, don't forget to hit some good warm-up sets today. If you've got some lighter dumbbell options at home, practice some rows with some starting light, getting progressively heavier, and then be sure to practice plenty of holds on those handstands as well as some slow negatives before you get into those. Good luck on today's strength work, and we'll see you back soon for our Metcon.